for me almost, afternoon time, like 3 something. Y'all see this at about 5:45 every day. If you're new to my channel, my friends call me Jelly. Welcome to my journey. I used the ketogenic journey to heal everything that was wrong with my body. The list was gigantic and I lost over 200 pounds. Then I ended up getting on the January 2022 the Delta version of the C word. If I say the C word, they demonetize sometimes. So I ended up with mast cell activation syndrome with severe histamine intolerance. So I am doing a journey of low histamine carnivore to try to reverse that because I get extremely sick from it. I was feeling really sorry for myself because right now I can only eat 1 cut of beef, well 2 now. It cannot be aged. I can't eat chicken. I can't deal with pork. Basically that, fresh eggs from a certain farm, some butter, and thank God my coffee. Okay, and no one will ever convince me coffee is bad. They just did another study to prove that it's not. Also, my grandmothers lived to be very old who drank coffee every single day, like over 100. Now that was my great grandmother's. My grandmother did not, because she used to drink coffee every single day, and I think when I was like 20 something, her and my grandfather stopped drinking coffee, and boy did they age quickly after that, because their doctor said it was bad for them, because the study had come out saying it was bad for them. My grandmother also died way earlier with Alzheimer's and lung cancer, which I don't think had anything to do with drinking or not drinking the coffee, but they had more life drinking the coffee. I'm just saying. Anyway, because a lot of people come to me and say coffee's so bad for you. If it's filtered coffee, it's not. Go watch some of Dr. Barry's video. He literally had like a video on it recently. It's just not titled that, so don't ask me which one it was. It's in the last 2 weeks. That's all I know. It is the 15th of March. It is also, just in case you were wondering, I gained almost 100 pounds getting the mast cell activation syndrome because no doctor knew what the hell was wrong with me. I went to endocrinologist, a rheumatologist, because all my stuff was pointing towards having lupus. Everything was disaster, but I didn't have lupus, but I had all the symptoms of lupus, and I had some of the blood work say yes, but the last part of the blood work said no, and no one could figure out what's wrong with me, and tons of inflammation, and my white blood cells were through the roof, and my histamines were through the roof, and I got very sick with the flu this past winter. I am recording. Stop. I am recording. Stop it. Anyways, so Dino is on the camera talking through it, acting like a cat. Anyways, we're going to ignore him. So, I had to figure it out for myself. I had to go in and ask for the test. And then, yes, I have it. I probably had it my whole life, and I've had different flare-ups throughout the years of my life. But what I was trying to say is this poor girl I was watching on TikTok, I thought I had it bad. The poor girl, for 7 years, she's had a flare-up, okay? Hers is so bad. She can only eat a little bit of oatmeal, plain, cooked in the microwave, with a special allergy baby formula. That's it. That's all she can eat. It's all she can eat, or her throat swells shut. She's got it so much worse, and I thought I had it bad, so now I don't feel like I have it that bad, because I'm eating Kobe Jack cheese, and a lot of people can't with it. I can eat my picanha. I can eat, like, if I had to, I could eat bacon. It's going to make me really bad stomach sick. However, I'm not going to literally die from it. My throat doesn't swell up from it. Now my throat started swelling up from grapes and nuts and different things like that, and that's when I was like, something is wrong. I am not allergic to these things, but my body is having allergic reactions. I also have allergic reaction from taking hot showers. Like, my body whelps up really bad and starts breaking out, and I get red all over my whole entire body. And my water is not very hot because we have a burn law here, so it's not even 125. So yeah, but there are tons of symptoms. The list is huge if you want to go look it up. But basically, I don't have it as bad as her. That is horrible. And yes, it's raining. Let me go ahead and show you my day, and then we'll have a little chit chat. I forgot yesterday to make an ending of my video to tell you how that food did or not. It did amazing. I have some leftovers of it that I'm planning on to go in there in a minute and make breakfast with it. I had 0 issues and it tasted amazing. I think for a while I might be doing it like a ground beef thing and doing it in the air fryer for cooking. And if you're concerned that most of the fat came out and that I shrank it, it did not. The pan is pretty clean with barely any fat because I did not cook it very long. The reason some pieces were a little brown is because that's how I like it, and I just didn't flip it. And on the other side was not cooked much at all. Like, it wasn't rare or anything, but we lost no fat from it. And also, the amount of fat that was naturally on what he cut, he did cut some of the fat off from the store, but it caused me 0 issues. Maybe it's because it was already broken down in tons of little pieces instead of a big giant chunk of animal fat that makes me desperately ill. Who knows? I do know that I seem to process foods that have been grinded up better. And there is proof that people with stomach issues process foods that have been minced more than if you were to eat a steak, because sometimes we just don't chew as much as we should, according to some studies. But it was amazing. It's a whole new ballgame when I can eat stuff like that. And that is what I'm planning on going to do right now. Warm that sucker up and probably put an egg on it or so. We are going to be spending the whole day working on the garden because it's going to take a lot of friggin' trips. So we have a 7 cubic feet wheelbarrow. We have to fill it up. So it's mostly Dino because he's being completely loving because it's hurting me. And then, so what we do is he shovels it in there, 4 loads, takes it over to each box, leans it over, but we can't put the weight on the box, so he can't really pour it out. I'm taking the shovel and sliding and shoveling out what I have to, and then I have to move all the dirt inside the box because none of it can stay where we just dumped it because there's only one way to get to it with the wheelbarrow. That area has to be empty until the last load, otherwise you can't keep filling it and dumping it. So I am working very hard. I am still shoveling and moving it as well. There was one last night. He told me to get out of the way and he just did it all by himself. Because he's afraid I'm going to severely injure my arm and I have to drive on the 19th to UNC for my dad's surgery. So, also, if there's a few days with no videos, I will still record and put little comment, you know, a little diary part and show you what I eat for the day. But there is a possibility next week I will not be able to put that many videos up at all because it's going to be crazy. This weekend's going to be crazy. Like, the next 2 weeks is insane. Insane. And I still have to prepare and decide what I'm cooking everyone for Easter. I'm thinking I'm just going to smoke some food. It's, to me, the easiest. Even though it takes so long, I am really thinking about just smoking like a brisket, a real brisket. And then maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Because the smoke bothers my mom, and I think it's because of the histamine thing. So when you cook with smoke, you're cooking at a very low temperature for like 18 hours, maybe 5 hours minimum, depending on what you're cooking. But that's the problem. It releases histamine as it's cooking so slow. That is why I hear a lot of weird things from y'all saying there's carcinogens in the friggin' air fry food and blah, blah, blah. Well, grilled food. There's proof that there is on grilled food, but not friggin' air fry. I've never heard of such weirdness. But the thing is, when you have histamine issues, you have to cook it as fast, as much as possible, right? Hold on. My video just came up because I've been editing. So, you have 2 choices. Take a big bowl of hot boiling water and cook your food in that. Disgusting. Never will happen. Or air fry. Those are the two best, fastest way to cook your foods. And you will see that almost every single histamine person, doctors, research, studies, agree on those two factors. Those two. It's the only thing they really, truly agree on. All right. You have tons of people coming at me, well, you shouldn't be eating red meat because it's high histamine. No, it's not. Ground meats are high histamine. Aged meat is high histamine. It is not aged. I am not eating aged meat. Okay. Now there is that sirloin I bought that we're going to try, just not today because I have too much going on and I don't want to get sick. But anyways, and it's so funny because I've said a billion times, if I make picanha or make a steak and I make it rare and I go to try to eat that fat that has not cooked off at all and is 100% all still there, I will throw it up and I will be desperately ill. And I hate the texture beyond belief. It's disgusting. And you're never going to convince me otherwise. It is so gross. The coloring of it, the feel of it, the gushing up. No, disgusting. You might like it. I don't. It is so disgusting to me. Y'all. I have ADHD and I have a severe version that could almost, well, one doctor said I did have, but I do not. The A word. I'm not going to say it, but I don't. But I do have very issues with textures and things like that. I always have my whole entire life. Don't like textures. So I have to eat it the way I can eat it. And I'm not going to lay on the floor and cry with my stomach again to please all y'all because I need to eat the fat and stop cooking the fat so much and stop doing this and stop doing that. No. Your nonsense, stupid statements is what made me sick because I listened to you like a dumbass because I knew better, because I was sick of being hounded by people who think they know better about my body. Even they did that with keto on me. Same people did the same things on keto with me. No, I know my body. I don't care what things say. Okay? I don't care that worked for 1 million people. It's not my body. Like, y'all, I have mast cell activation syndrome with high histamine intolerance, with high blood pressure, with fibromyalgia, with severe migraines, with severe GERD. Okay, I'll pronounce it right for y'all. Y'all, no. I'm done playing eat the animal fat and don't overcook it. No, done playing those games. Done playing any games with anyone telling me how I should cook my food and eat it. I learned my lesson. Not doing it. And the bacon, I just can't handle the bacon anymore. My daughter's so happy because she gets all those pots of bacon all to herself, which I'm perfectly fine with her eating that bacon instead of cereal and crap. So she can eat all that bacon she wants instead of all the cereals and nasty stuff that she likes. It just does not settle, and it might just be the hickory type smoke on it. I've noticed before I could only do like certain smokes on bacon, and I am researching how to do a low histamine, making my own bacon. Okay, I am researching that because it's not as simple, because I can't just go smoke it out in the smoker for hours. Like I said, not as easy, and pork belly and me are not friends either. We are not besties at all. We're enemies, even though it might taste delicious on my tongue. My stomach throws it up beyond belief. One single bite. And I'm in the bathroom throwing it up. And it tastes amazing, so it's not like it was something gross that made me sick. It is literally the fat that made me sick. And I've had that issue my whole entire life. It is not a new issue. My mom was told as a baby, I can't process fat. Don't give me fat. I was told as a child by multiple doctors, do not eat fat. Do not eat the skin of the chicken and stuff because you cannot process it and you will be desperately ill. Like, yeah. And yes, I tried the fat because, I know it's healthy for me if I could process it. Anyways, I'm starving. It's time for breakfast. Alright, before I forget to record, because I almost did, I have 3 whole eggs, an ounce of, well, less than an ounce of cheese, and then a little bit of my leftover. I didn't want too much because I already have a lot of food in this bowl, at least for my stomach. But I need some get up and go food to go work on the garden. Alright, it seems there's a storm coming. I am very broken out, if you don't see. I believe it's from the garden. Me and the outside aren't always best friends. I actually came in very swollen after working out there. But I'm not going to live my life in a chair on a couch just because I swell some and get breakouts being outside. Not happening. I'm not going to spend my life that way. I did that basically last year, except during the summer, because I was having so many issues to the outside environmental things because of my histamine levels. I'm not doing that. Just not. I have a garden. Storm's coming in. I'm hoping it goes around us because we want to get some work done. I'm waiting for Dino now. But yeah. And because the storm's coming in, my sinuses are getting stopped up very quickly. I'm starting to get a little headache. But I'm going to try not to take the ibuprofen. It feels like something's stabbing me, and it's not a hair or anything. I can't find anything stabbing me, but it feels like it. For some reason, my TV looks like it's slanted. Let me make sure the stand isn't falling apart. Hold on. Alright, so I'm going to have to make a brace back here. Because look, I don't know if you can see it. It is falling. So, I am going to have to go back here. And I do have pieces for it that I did not build because it came with a side piece. And I'm going to do some crossboarding in the back. So, yesterday, I'm not finished at all. But I will go ahead and show y'all. I decided to... I said I wasn't going to do my porch whatsoever until after pollen season, but guess what? It is beautiful, and my porch was ugly, and I didn't want to be out here. And pollen season is one of the most, that in the fall is the only time it's comfortable to be on the porch. Summer's shooting hot, which I'm still going to use it, and then winter's too cold. So I decided we can't wait for pollen the season to be over to decorate. Not done. I just started yesterday. And I moved. I moved so much stuff. So let me show you. Alright, so if you've watched my channel and seen my porch like a billion times, you would have known I had a huge white box back here, and I'll show you in a minute. Storage box. The problem was, because of all the extra Christmas stuff, I had 4 of these. And I'm going to get a cloth to cover this. But I had 4 of these. So 2 over here, 2 over there, and the big giant huge box taking up that whole entire space. Actually more than that space. I was able to move this couch down farther after moving that. Then I had this extra couch that I did not know what to do with. And I decided to move it all yesterday. Of course, Dina's like, why would you do that? Beforehand, he's like, you're not going to like it. It's just going to take up walking space. And I'm like, no, I've decided I'm going to have pieces of my porch absolutely perfect the way I like it. And then other pieces will just have to be not so great because it has to hold the containers, right? So I got these blankets here. I got some more coming in. I need 2 more from Temu. $3. Right now they're on sale for like $4.08, right? Yes, this one's upside down, and I will fix that in the future. And then that one's the way it's supposed to be. Hi, honey.
The sun's waiting for you.
Yeah, you can go feed Joshua. Right now I'm showing people my porch. Okay, so I am definitely not done. Things are still not all in the appropriate places, but I did do these. I did my shelves. My little gnomes and stuff. I was trying to pick out ones that are more spring because I have a lot of fall ones. Of course, he is fall, but there's no way to put him away. He is gigantic. Put out my little cross. Used to be in my daughter's bedroom, and then she didn't want it anymore, so I thought it was perfect out here, especially for spring. So I used this for spring, summer, and fall because, you know, some sunflowers go with all seasons except Christmas, in my opinion. All right, I still got to get some flowers to put up in here, but I was putting more gnomes out. Decided to mix, like beachy theme and a spring theme. So it's going to be kind of hobo-y when I'm done. You got cat all over you. I told you to get him food.
How was it? Is the mom get some food?
Joshua.
Get some food.
If mom's awake yet.
Yeah, he's starving.
All right, I'll get him food in a second. Oh, I can't even record. Okay, so this area is not done yet, but I did put this back because when I go to use my Oculus, I can just remove all this. I still have to go through this bucket. Right now, here's the other 2 buckets I had that I did not like, and I just put cat pillows on it. This area still has to be worked on, but this is where I moved the big giant box I'm going to use as a counter for my cooking area. And then this area still has to be taken care of, but all of that area is perfect, in my opinion. I just got to decorate it. And then over here will be perfect. I got to throw out the trash and all that, but it will be way better when I'm finished. Let me show you. Yes, I'm out of breath. What I am doing today. Even though it's cloudy, it's very hot. I had to dig all this up. Yes, I went too far over here, but all over here. Yes, honey. Yes, I'm recording your song, but I don't think they could hear you. Remember, I got the mic here. And I dumped that one, but this one kicks my butt. All right, it is almost... I hit myself with the shovel. The butt end of this shovel. All right, it is almost 3 o'clock. We had to stop because it started raining. But I think we're done until after Tuesday. At least I am on all the hard stuff because it was really pulling my back doing all the shoveling and there is so much of it. Dino shovels it into the wheelbarrow, brings it over, turns it upside down, but because of the beds and we don't want to break them, we can't put pressure on them so he can't shake and dump it. I have to use the shovel to pull it out, and then I have to use the shovel to shovel it all the way to the other side because there's no way he can get over there. So I am shoveling a crap ton and it's starting to hurt my back, and I have to drive very far on Tuesday, and I'm going to be gone all day, and I'm not going to be able to eat the whole time I'm there, which means I'll probably get sick, but nothing can be done about it. So we've come in, and that's why I decided nothing hard and heavy for me. We got a lot of the beds done, but we still have more than half probably to go, because we're adding more dirt to all the old beds as well because they sunk in drastically, and we have 3 really deep beds. So basically those 3 are the size of almost 6 of them. And then we got 2 very, very shallow beds, and then we're going to be building more. Okay, I am trying the watermelon flavor of salty again to see. I need electrolytes. I am so, even drinking all the water, I'm dehydrated. Look, I never, ever, ever have lips that are chapping, especially during the summer months. Like, it's hot. It's 80 something. I'm not licking my lips or anything. This is just because I'm dehydrated. My eyes are extremely dry and itchy. And bare. So, and I can feel it on my skin. My skin is needing lotion all over it, and that is not normal for me. My face doesn't, it's red from the sun, but it does not have the glowy it normally has. Seriously, no, I'm dehydrated. Plus I'm barely peeing. So we're going to try it again. Let me see if I can do this on cam. Remember, I said it didn't taste like watermelon at all. Not even a hint of watermelon. Before carnivore, when I was still eating, I think it was right at the beginning of carnivore or right before. I don't remember. It might have been at the beginning. So, let's see. It smells like a fake watermelon. I can smell it this time. Like those sweet tarts you used to get. The pink ones. Let's see. So far, this is the saltiest one I've had of theirs. But it tastes like sweet tart candy. Not Smarties, Sweet Tarts. Tastes like the pink one. But honestly, don't taste watermelon. Watermelon's one of my favorite flavors in the whole world. And I don't taste it. Maybe a teeny tiny hint, but not really. But I can drink this. But I wouldn't call it watermelon. I would call it Sweet Tarts. Cannot taste the watermelon still. The berry, though, does taste berry to me. It's, to me, the closest. The chocolate tastes like chocolate. The caramel tastes like a caramel. But I don't like them. They're just not my thing. I didn't like them in my coffee, and I would never put them in water. Because I don't like hot chocolate either. But I do love the berry. So if I am to go order me some, I'm ordering me the berry. I might order me some. I normally do Redmond's Real Salts, electrolytes, Relights, or whatever. They are my favorite. So that's the hard part, trying to give that up. Like, I really love them. I love their berry, and I love the watermelon one. My cat is so mad at me. I wasn't paying attention. She's gone and put herself in the corner. What's the matter? Mommy wasn't paying attention. I know. You were trying to get held. But I was trying to make a video in peace. Now this one is Bear. Sharky's the one that disturbs me when I'm standing making videos. She disturbs me when I'm sitting making videos. They're twinsy, but you can tell them very much apart when they're beside each other. She's got the tan. He's got the white. She's also very, very, very tiny compared to him. Yeah. You mad Mommy didn't hold you. Want snuggle time? Let's have some snuggle time. Yeah, you heard snuggle time. Let me put the phone down. And we'll get snuggle time. Okay, I had to readjust my ponytail. It was just way too tight. Had no issues with the leftovers or the eggs or the cheese. None at all. I didn't feel like I overate. I could not tell I ate. Like, I wasn't hungry after eating it, but I had been eating either too much at a time or just, it had no effect on my stomach. It was like, okay, I'm not hungry, but it doesn't hurt. I don't feel like it's coming back up. I don't feel like I'm having any issues at all. Y'all, I left my coffee out here hours ago. It's sealed, so I'm going to drink it. So I have not even had my coffee today. It's so hot. Wow. And I mean hours ago. Hours ago. Because Dino came out and like, okay, I'm ready. And then I was like, oh, I forgot. Forgot all about it. But the rain made us stop working. Which, like I said, was a good thing because I don't need to get hurt. And it was starting to hurt my back really bad. I think I might come out here with a ladder and start working to finish the porch because I want to run twinkle lights all on the top like I had on my back porch. So I think I'm going to do that in a second. I have a lot of ideas right here. I'm going to get on Temu because it's super freaking cheap. It might help if I open it. I love Temu. No one can convince me otherwise. Because I can get my t-shirts for under $3. I can get these blankets for $3. I can get the little fake flowers everywhere for like $1 something. Like I love Temu. I don't care. Everything's so cheap. I don't feel like a broke person on Temu. When you go into stores, you can't afford it and you get depressed. When you go into the Dollar Tree, all of a sudden, things are really crappy and $1.25 now. Okay? No. Like, I go in a grocery store and you want to cry. Okay? But on Temu, I feel rich. I feel rich because I can get a whole ton of crap load of stuff for $25. And you get a lot of tokens and discounts and credits. And if you don't like what you got, as long as it's under a certain amount, they just give you your money back and you can go shop and buy something else. Because there's a lot of stuff that comes in that is just not as advertised. And they're like, you can use it, throw it away, or give it away. Do whatever you want with it. Here you go. And I could see people being dishonest with it and liking something and pretending not to. But it's so cheap, why do that? Like, there's only been a few things that's come in broken, or it definitely was not like it was advertised. Like, there was a clock that came in that looked 3D and it was just flat and ugly. Now, I did put it out here and it doesn't look so terribly bad, but I would never even have paid $1 for it. So I did want my $7 back, because it did not look like advertised at all. It was just a flat piece of paper, basically cardboard paper like thing, and not 3D like the video showed. Well, not video, but the ad. Thank God the poop smell. If you didn't see yesterday's video, we had a big 50-50 blend of compost stuff come in for my outdoor garden, because we have to fill all the raised beds. We got 25 yards of it, which was like 10-15 tons or something. I don't know, it's gigantic. So you can go watch that video. And it smelled horrible, but it's dying down some, but I'm starting to smell it sitting here. Also, if my nose is stopped up, it's because we've been working in it, and not only does it smell bad, but there's a lot, it's dirt, right? And I have issues with mold and dirt. But I'm really excited when it's done. It's going to be beautiful, and we're going to have the richest soil. I'm not going to have to worry. I did buy a tester. I got testing strips to test the soil, but I'm not going to have to probably worry about calcium. They said I should not have to worry about calcium deficiency, nitrate, like it's all in there. They use coffee grinds. They use, it's a big giant company. They use like old Campbell soup. They use tons and tons of plants. Like lettuces and stuff, tons and tons of eggshells, horse poo-poo, ew. But anyways, like, it's loaded with stuff, and you can literally see like the eggshells all in it. So we shouldn't have to worry about bottom rot at all this year or anything like that. So I am excited. I will keep an eye on the soil. If I think it needs some more calcium, I have my calcium spray, and I'm going to buy more. It's starting to get cold, so I'm going to go put my little jacket on and maybe get to work on the porch. We'll see. Alright, just so you can see the Palo 50-50 blend, so you don't have to go watch yesterday's video if you don't want to. These are not where they're staying. I have to level this dirt over here some more. We just pulled them out so my dad could get in with the tractor over here. He could not do this area, of course, so this is what me and Dino's done. Some of them will need more dirt. As it rains, it pushes down more, but this is what we gotten done in today and late last night. Ooh, I smell the nastiness because it rained on it. Anyways, I might have to go inside instead of working on my porch. It really does stink. But each one got 5 wheelbarrows full of the dirt so far. But as you can see, this one definitely needs another load. This one does too. This one definitely needs another load, 100%. So we will have to go back through and put some more on there. It's just, I knew it was going to compress, because last year when I made them originally, these ones over here, which I'm adding more dirt to, I used water in them to help me compress it. I walked around, got as tampered with my body weight as possible, and then I used water to help, and it just sunk so much, and then I had to add more. And I wanted to do that with this, but I did walk around in a few of them, like this one. You can see how much it shrinks, but Dino did not want to be out here with it wet. He didn't want to smell it. But it's getting wet now. Alright, I'm just going to eat until I'm full, because there's 13.5 ounces of picanha with a lot of fat in it. I did not cut it all away. It is 8:40. I'm starving. I have less than an ounce of cheese, believe it or not, because they're finally shredded. I finally shredded them. And I'm starving. So I'll let you know how much I have left. All right, this is how much I have left, and I definitely overate. I could throw up, not because of heartburn, but because I overate. I thought I was eating slow enough that I could tell if I was too full, but holy crap, y'all. I am so full. I feel like I ate a buffet. Also, while we were out, we had to go do a bunch of stuff. I wished I could have ate earlier. When we were out, I almost collapsed. Literally, I got so nauseous. I got super hungry, insanely nauseous, dizzy. I was about to puke in the middle of the store, faint like, and then all of a sudden I was fine. And that is what used to happen to me. And I always forget if it was hyper or hypoglycemic. Anyway, basically, when my blood sugar used to tank before ever having diabetes, and it would not bring itself back up, and I would have no choice but to eat sugar and stuff, and this is way back when, right? Like 17 years ago. I had it almost all my life up until I got diabetes. And I would end up fainting and collapsing because my blood sugar would drop dangerously low if I didn't hurry up and eat a bunch of sugar, right? And that is exactly how I felt. But after 10 minutes, because I was headed, this is how bad it was. I was headed over to Aldi's to go inside and get some uncured ham that I know doesn't make me sick, but it would affect the scale. Doesn't make me sick, just so I didn't pass out or throw up everywhere. It was so bad. But by the time we checked out and got in the car, I was fine. Which means my blood sugar probably did tank, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's the liver that produces the little bit of sugar. I think it is, but I'm not sure. I know your pancreas releases, I think, the insulin and stuff. Y'all, I don't know at all, okay? So whichever it was, I think released enough to make me okay. And then we went and got me a coffee. It took 21 minutes, so it took forever. I got a black Americano, but I had already had in my cup with me some butter and stuff like that. Just like butter only. I had 1 tablespoon of butter in it. So I was perfectly fine until we got home. Now I have seriously overeaten because I was so hungry, and the fullness did not hit in until after about 5 minutes after I stopped eating. I was like, I better not eat anymore because I ate so much I'm going to feel too full. And y'all, my pants are swelling so bad because, first of all, that was too much fat. I should have cut more fat off the picanha, and I didn't. And I can feel the fat. Because animal fat makes me sick, I can feel that I'm going to have issues. Like, I feel like heartburn's about to start. And you know how I know? It's going to sound gross, but this is how it always happens. My mouth saliva increases drastically. So there's science behind that. It says that your saliva in your mouth can calm your stomach's heartburn down. That's why chewing gum and different things like that, and sucking on peppermint, it isn't the peppermint necessarily that helps your stomach. It is the saliva that you're producing, and yeah, for sucking on the peppermint. But every time I'm about to get some heartburn, my mouth just starts making extra saliva. It's gross, I know. So, but I have some things to go do because we're working on my porch, so I'm hoping moving around will help me not have issues. So, we will see. I will let you know tomorrow.